Hi, I'm Greg Zorian, third generation master barber. I'd like to start out this webinar by thanking all of you for attending this evening. It really means a lot to me. I'm very excited to introduce my brand new website, howtocuthair.tv, which just been redone, and everything is free. That's the best part about it. I really wanted to switch up my business model to help as many people as I possibly can. I've been getting questions throughout the years via my YouTube channel, trade shows from the different companies that I've worked for, all kinds of questions about the business of barbering, barbering techniques, you name it, I've heard it. I've been in the business for 25 years as an educator and 30 years as a practitioner. And again, as I said, I'm very excited to bring some of that knowledge to you and to be able to help as many people as I possibly can. Which brings me to the main reason why I wanted to do this webinar for you this evening, is to talk about the new business model that we have here. My brand new website is 100% totally free. So all the videos I've been filming over the last 10 years are all in one place and absolutely free, so I can help as many of you out there as possible. Whether you're a student, whether you're a cosmetologist that wants to increase your men's hair cutting skills, you're just starting your barbering career and want to learn a little bit more about all the barbering techniques out there, or even if you're a seasoned barber and you're killing it with your fades and your clipper cutting, maybe you want to learn a little bit about the Barber Shears or some classic barbering techniques. We have a little bit of everything for everyone out there. So I'm really excited to give you a tour of the site. But before I start, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the most important things and important ways that I really think I can help you. The most asked questions that I normally get are, mostly about my scissor cutting. Why do you use such a large pair of shears? How do you use thinning shears correctly? And then, of course, there's always the fading and blending techniques. How do I get the line out of a haircut? That's probably the number one thing is, how do I get my lines out of the haircut? And my answer is always, if you don't put a line in, you don't have to blend it out. So it's a common theme throughout all my haircuts that you're going to see is definitely fading and blending. Huge part of barbering, huge part of men's hair cutting. Saves you time, saves you energy, saves you effort, and the quality of your haircuts are going to come out so much better. So that's one of the things that I'm very excited to teach you, and my goal really is to help as many people as possible. I also do have many membership levels available with different interactions with me if you're looking for more. But like I said, you can sign up for free and learn as much as you want and go from there. So really what I'd like to do is just, again, start out by saying that there's many ways I can help you. I can help you technically, I can help you on the business end, and most importantly, through all this, I'm going to help you add longevity to your career and make more money. So, and ultimately, that's what we all want. We want to have fun. We want to make money. We want to get new clients. We just want to enjoy what we're doing. And again, that's where I can come in and help. So with that said, I'd like to just tell you a little bit about myself before I can get into the website. So if I can, for a second here, let me see here. I'm going to just switch over to tell you a little bit about my family history. As I said, I'm a third generation barber. Right in the middle here, this is my grandfather in the 1930s. This was the first Gregory's Barber Shop. This was in Troy, New York. That's in upstate New York. We're about 2.5 hours north of New York City. And I have some memories of my grandfather. He passed away when I was very young. I never got to see his shops. But very interesting guy, as you can see there, playing the saxophone. And he practiced barbering for probably about 50 years. So I'm really proud of my family tradition. And my training was, I learned from my dad. And in New York State, you can do a barber apprenticeship. So I learned under him. It's a 2-year program. And I learned hands-on how to cut hair. He specialized in hair pieces and hair replacements, so I didn't have a barber shop to go work in. I started my own while he was doing that. But I'm very thankful for that training that I got. And along with that training, at the time, I worked for Oster Clipper Company teaching clipper cutting and learned a lot from their head trainer at the time. So I was very fortunate early on that I didn't develop bad habits because I learned from two outstanding instructors. So one thing that I can impress upon all of you is when you're starting your career is you really want to make sure you're learning from someone that's truly good and seasoned at what they do, and not just good at what they do, but good at being able to teach you that as well. So on the left here, you'll see on top, there's a model from one of the videos. So we'll definitely show you some, we'll definitely have that video there, that full video, full instructions, and you'll be able to watch that when you sign up. And below that is something that I've always wanted to do my whole career, work with, you know, hundreds of product lines, as all of you probably have had. And I had the great opportunity to work with an awesome manufacturer and chemist and come up with my own products based on what I liked and what I didn't like. And we've come up with just a wonderful, wonderful product line. It's carried in barber shops all over the country. And it's not sold on Amazon, so if it's something, if anybody's looking to ever wholesale a different product, unique product line in their shop and not worrying about losing sales to Amazon or anything like that, the only place it's sold online is on my own website at the full retail price, never discounted. So again, so that's a little bit of the beginnings, and just going to switch here to. These are my barber shops right now. I have two barber shops. One is in Del Mar, New York, as you can see, and one is in Clifton Park, New York. Clifton Park is a few minutes, about 15, 20 minutes south of Saratoga. If any of you know, it's a famous racetrack there in Saratoga. To give you an idea of where we are, just shy of the Adirondack Mountains. Beautiful country, just a little cold in the winter. Freezing out today, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, this barbershop in Del Mar, I'm proud of both of them, but the barbershop in Del Mar is where I got my beginnings. I bought a really small shop, and then with my dad's help, you know, we built it up, and unfortunately my father has passed away a little while ago, and so I'm running the show now all by myself with my great team. I have some awesome barbers working with me. I'm so fortunate. They're such nice people, along with being so talented, and a lot of them are cosmetologists as well. So as much as I've taught them, they've taught me as well, with long hair and some different types of long hair techniques, which are also featured on my website. So again, very thankful for the shops, you know, the start that I had, the team that I have, and again, so those are the shops. That's where I work every day, on the one on the left. And a lot of my videos all my videos are actually filmed there. And some of the videos I film actually during the day. One of the questions I've had, and it's been hard because, as you know, right now we're all going through this pandemic, is nobody can travel. So I used to teach a lot of hands-on classes here, one-on-one trainings where people would fly in and stand next to me and cut hair all day. So now what I do is once in a while I'll try to film a few haircuts during my day working on my own customers, so you can kind of get that feel like you're standing next to me in the shop and learning from me. So then I started early. I started when I was 18, so I started 30 years ago. And obviously that was before the internet came out. So about 10 or 12 years ago, I got this idea that I just had a very difficult time, as we all do. We can only do one haircut at a time. I could only teach one class at a time. So I could only be in one place at a time. So that's how I came up with the idea of my website, howtocuthair.tv, where I would start filming videos and create a website where people could go and watch and learn. So that's how this was born, and you know, I don't want to bore you with the story of how it started, but it was difficult in the beginning. I would say I'm not the best at technology, so it's taken me kind of a real long time with the help of a lot of really smart people to get to where I am today with the website and the way it's being presented to you. So that's something that's very, very exciting to me. So with that being said, I want to dig into the website a little bit here. So we're going to click over to the website here and kind of give you a little bit of a tour. This is just the home page. It's very simple. We have a few sample YouTube videos. These are some of the haircuts. All three of these gentlemen are actually customers of mine. And that's what I like to pride myself on with my models, is use as many models that are actually customers, so I can show you not only some really cool hairstyles and haircuts, but this is also real world stuff. These are people that I make my living on, and have been for a long time. So it gives it a little bit more, realism to it, that I'm actually using people that are in on a monthly, bi-monthly basis. And again, here we have some interactive memberships. I'll get into that in a little bit and talk to you a little bit about that. But first, I just want to show you kind of once you're a member here, you just kind of click down on the navigation bar, and obviously if you want to sign up for free, we'll just go here real quick first before I log in. We have our Join for Free page. Like I said, it's all free. Over 70 video tutorials at absolutely no charge. If you never sign up for a membership, that's fine. I love helping people, so that's great. And just going to click back here so I can get to logging in here. So I'm going to click my member login, and so it comes up to the largest online barbering academy, and this is what we're going to click on. So this is the main free product. So I'm just logged into this. I'm not logged into any of our other products. So to view the product, you click the view the product, and just to start out, we have an exclusive Facebook group. I invite everybody to join our exclusive Facebook group here. This is where we discuss all kinds of ideas. Just click on this and send me the link is right here, and send me a request that you'd like to sign up. And people post pictures. This is where I send out all announcements of when we have upcoming webinars and different things going on. So really looking forward to that as we build that. We're up to 100 members already, and we just launched it. Then we go down here to Introduction to Barbering Tools, and this is one of my favorite pictures here because I've worked for both companies. I've worked for Oster, as I said, early on in my career, and then later in my career, about 10 years ago, for 3 to 4 years, I worked for Andis Clipper Company. So both great companies, both great tools, a lot of great tools out there, but those are the ones that I am familiar with in terms of clippers. So with the Introduction to Barbering Tools here, I completely cover the Barber Shears. I have a nice long 20-minute video on Barber Shears here, where we get into all the different types of shears, what I use, how I use them, why I use them. And that's about a 20-minute video. And then we go into the clipper video here, and we have a 20-minute video here as well. And this one I get into the 3 different types of clippers: detachable blade clippers, adjustable clippers, how to use attachments, all the different metal blades, how to take care of them, you name it, we go over it. So it's very, very informational on the clippers. Then we have a video on combs, which is really cool, because what a lot of people don't understand is which comb to use when. Very important to know that, what type of brush to use on what type of hair. Again, what type of comb, what color comb, light comb for dark hair, dark comb for light color hair, and so on and so forth. And then also, being a barber, and in a lot of states a cosmetologist, we use straight razors. I love this picture of the straight razor here. This is a custom-made straight razor here that my brother-in-law, who's a jeweler, made for me. Love this handle. and with it's got rubies in it, and he's a super talented jeweler. So he made this for me a few years ago. So this is a really cool razor. But anyway, I get into all the different hand positions, the different types of blades, how to replace them, how to take care of them, how to use them for cutting hair, for shaving, so on and so forth. So we have a whole section on, just like I said, introduction to the tools. And let me click back here. Then we go into barbering techniques. So there's many techniques that we use. So clipper over comb for fading and blending, and we just kind of scroll down. Reverse fading, that's what I was talking about before. I don't like to make a line. I like to reverse fade. I like to start from the top and work my way down. Now this is something I learned a long time ago, and I never really had a name for it. For me, that's just what I did. And but now I hear it's called reverse fading, so I'll put it up there as reverse fading. And I cover a lot of barber shear over comb. I'm a big fan of large shears, 7 to 8 inch shears for shear over comb. And then I get into razor sculpting. This was a technique that my father was outstanding at, and I'm so fortunate that he taught me the straight razor sculpting technique. It's you just have to watch it and see for yourself. And it's in so many of my videos, and it leaves such a nice finish to the hair. And in a lot of cases, it's a much better technique than using thinning shear or texture shear. And you'll see as you go through the videos. So then we have a section here for exclusive pro video trailers. Now this is, I'll get into when I get into memberships. With one of our memberships, we have pro videos. So what I'm going to be doing here is adding a whole nother level of videos. I'm going to have a mannequin series, a business series, interview series, and anything else I can think of. Another one I'm looking forward to filming is, my wife is an accountant, and she created this awesome spreadsheet that we can determine based on your retention rate, your tip percentage, whether you're hourly, whether you're commission, how many weeks it'll take you to get to your income goals. And it's a really cool thing that I can't wait to share with all of our pro level members. But anyway, this you'll see on your free website, and you'll see all the trailers, so you'll know everything that's available when you do sign up for one of the memberships. And also in all of our membership is included, this webinar is for everybody, but we're going to have a weekly Q&A webinar. So for one of our memberships, for all of our memberships, every week I'm going to get on like this, and I'll have questions that people have asked me throughout the week, and we'll get on and I'll answer questions, and still working out the details on how that's going to work. And but it's going to be a lot of interaction with myself and interaction with each other, and that's something I'm really looking forward to, is taking this whole thing to the next level and really meeting and working one-on-one with as many people as I possibly can. Today's day and age, it's really easy to just kind of hide behind the computer and just throw videos out there. But my strong point as an educator, and what I really enjoy is the hands-on, the one-on-one, the meeting people, the talking to people, and really seeing the success stories. I'm so passionate about that. And I'm going to have another section. I don't have it up yet, but I'm going to have a student section where I can't wait to share student success stories, to have students film some videos of them cutting hair. There's been so many over the years that I've met in school that are now managers, shop owners, educators, doing such incredible things. And I'm just so happy to be a small part of their success, and can't wait to share their successes with all of you. So that brings me to the next series, the classic barbering tutorials. So I call this the classic barbering tutorials. Every single one of these people are long time customers. And these videos, the video quality isn't the greatest, so please forgive me for that. They're much older videos. I filmed these probably anywhere from 8 to 10 years ago. And I kept them on here because the educational quality is very good. And to me, they're very special, again, because this is where I started out. This is how I started out, howtocuthair.tv, with just an idea. I had no idea what I was doing. I just went to a photography store. I bought some lights. I bought a backdrop. I didn't even have a videographer. I didn't even have a website. Had no idea what I was doing. And I somehow was able to put something together and just get it off the ground and get it started. And that's something that you'll hear from a lot of different business coaches and all different aspects of life is you just sometimes you just have to get started and see what happens. And that's what I did. So these haircuts, I mean, I could go down the list here one-on-one and tell you about every single one of these customers. Just such cool people. This gentleman, for example, we became friends over the years, and this is probably one of my most popular haircuts. And I've been cutting his hair for 25 years. This gentleman here, I've been cutting his hair since he was in high school, and he's probably 40 years old now. And I can just kind of go right down the list. This gentleman, he went away to college. He graduated. He's very successful graphic designer in New York City now. And this is when he was probably in Little League. I cut his hair. And just going down the list. One of my neighbors in the building, this was her son, or is her son, and he's 23 years old now. So this gentleman right here, I started cutting his hair when he was 5 or 6 years old. His dad was one of my first customers in my first shops. And then we'll go to the next page. This is one of my best friends from high school. I've known him since we were 13 years old. So we've known each other since 1986. This gentleman here was the best man at my wedding. So again, this is my brother-in-law here volunteered to be a shaving model for me for a video. So this is, like I said, the video quality isn't the best, but the educational quality is there. And I kept it here, even though everything now is in 1080 and 4K and all this fancy stuff. It's very special to me. It has a lot of meaning, and hopefully it does for you as well. So then we're going to move on to the next one. So I call this the modern barbering tutorial. So this was the next phase of the website, and this was me bringing it to the next level. Hiring a professional photographer, and some of these people are models, and again, a lot of them are customers. This is my longest customer right here, Mark. I started cutting his hair, I believe I was 18 and he was 13. And now I am 48 and I think he is probably 42 or 43. So he was one of my first haircuts in my apprenticeship, and he's been with me ever since. We went to the same grammar school. I think he was 5 or 6 years behind me in grammar school. This gentleman right here, the best man at my wedding, son. And again, these are all, again, they're very special to me in that aspect, but also the educational quality. We're doing skin fades, we're doing flat tops, we're doing low fades, a little bit of something for everybody. This gentleman right here was a model I hired, and I really wanted to show scissor over comb, clipper over comb, and freehand cutting. How important that is. Not everything has to be put an attachment on a clipper and work with the clippers. This gentleman has super straight hair. I was cutting his hair since he was probably 4 years old and got a buzz cut. This is a very, very difficult haircut. So you'll see that on the video exactly how to control that super straight hair and how you need a hair dryer to style it and everything. And just kind of go through here. We have some really cool hairstyles, textured look, business cuts, scissor cuts, undercut, all kinds of cool stuff. So there's a ton of education here. So, and then we're going to go back to the next in the series, which is the Zorian of New York barber styling videos. Now this was done after I released my product line. So all these videos, they're not just hair cutting videos. I also teach you how to style hair, which is another thing that I hear a lot of is what's the best way to style hair, how to use a hair dryer. All that stuff is so important. And this is really cool because this is one I don't use the background anymore. You can actually see the shop in the background. So this is the next level stuff. All these haircuts were filmed with 2 cameras, so we have a couple different camera angles. again, a lot of customers, a few models, but people that I've known for a long time. People, again, as I said, that I make my living on, and utilizing all the different barber techniques: clipper over comb, scissor over comb, fading, blending, straight razor sculpting, how to deal with thick curly hair, thick wavy hair. Barbers do a lot of shorter female cuts. So this haircut, I met this young lady when I did a class at a local cosmetology school. She was a student, and I loved her hair. So I asked her to grow it out a little bit so I could show how to do a nice textured look. Here, I'm gonna click on this so I can give you a bigger picture. So yeah, so that was really happy with the way this came out, and my photographer did an incredible job really capturing the haircut with this one. So we had a lot of fun with that. So again, a couple different flat tops, more business cuts, razor parts, all kinds of cool stuff. So that's the Zorian of New York section there. We're going to go to the next one here, and we have the In the Shop series. So now, which is really cool. We have, with the advent of how great the new cameras are on our cell phones and everything. Here is where I'm going to feature a lot of videos that I was telling you earlier in the webinar that I film in the shop, and then we edit from there. So this young man goes to a local high school, and I had known him through a friend's son, and we filmed this we just filmed this in the shop, and we're going to be adding to that category as well. So we have a live barbering demonstration here. So any live barbering demonstrations I do at different schools, I'm going to film as many of them as I can, and they'll all be here. So this is a 2-hour class I did at a local Paul Mitchell school. So there's 3 haircuts on that, and that's featured. So if there's anybody on here that owns a school, and once we can start traveling again, and God willing, get through this pandemic, and I can start going to schools again, love to come to your school and do a demonstration just like this. And then we have some resources here as well, where I have a couple guides that you can download. These are PDFs. I had a fade hair guide, and it's something that the PDF is right here that you can download, and I go through all the different types of issues that we run into, whether they're scalp indentations or different colors of hair blending together, how to use the different tools. There's a lot that goes into a fade. There's a lot of cool fades on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and everything else, but there's a lot of, this is real world stuff. They're very difficult, they're not easy, and not everybody has the perfect shaped head and really smooth skin to fade that out. And then this one is just actually a barber that used to work for me was really good with computer and computer programming, and I like to keep things simple as possible. I don't like to use big words. I want to use stuff that's very understanding and easy to remember. So there's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. I work in 5 sections, and I talk in detail about those 5 sections. So here's an explanation of what they are, where they are, and in all the videos I reference to this. So as you're doing the haircuts, you can be thinking about this, or you can print this out. I find repetition is so important. Hearing the same thing over and over, it's so interesting. Even though my father, who taught me, isn't here anymore, every once in a while I'll be in the middle of a haircut and I'll hear him in my head saying something to me. Even though my apprenticeship was 30 years ago, it just your foundation. You never lose your foundation. So that's why it's so important that you have the right foundation. And I really appreciate, because most of you on this webinar are subscribers to either my YouTube channel or to the website or to one of my Facebook pages or industry friends. So I really appreciate all of you, and all of you at some point or another have heard or have seen me teach, and I repeat myself, and as my wife tells me, I tend to repeat myself all the time anyway. So that's just kind of how it goes. So lastly, I would like to talk a little bit about our memberships. So we have 3 different levels of memberships if you want to have a little bit more interaction. Again, as I said, the website is totally free. You don't have to sign up for anything. It's, use it, enjoy it. If you're a student, if you're a teacher at a school, if you're an owner at a school, anybody can use all these videos however they want. But our first level of membership we call the apprentice level. So the main benefit to this apprentice level membership, and it's $4.95 a month, that's it, is we're going to do a weekly webinar. And on our weekly webinar, I'm going to be collecting questions all throughout the week, and it could be about anything. Mostly it's probably going to be about the videos on the website, but it could be business, it could be shop related, it could be consultation related, you name it. The more questions, the better, and I'm going to go through the questions, and still kind of working on the whole technology of it, how we're going to do it, but I would like it to be as interactive as possible, especially in today's day and age. As I said before, I would much rather interact with all my members and then just throw up videos. I just find there's so much more value in that. That's why I made the videos for free. I used to charge a membership fee for the videos. Now the videos for free, and the memberships will be all different levels of interaction. And that's, I think, how we learn the best. And that way, instead of just seeing me on the video, we can talk to each other and get to know each other a little bit. And I think those weekly webinars will be very valuable to reinforce what you're learning on the videos and anything else you want to learn. If you happen to be a school or a salon and you're looking for multiple logins, just shoot me a message on my contact form and we could customize something for you. The next level of membership is the professional membership. And with that, you're going to get 15% off any retail orders for my products. You're going to get exclusive access to the monthly pro videos covering a variety of topics, which I had talked about a little bit before in the beginning of the webinar tonight. I'm going to have a mannequin series that you're going to be able to duplicate. We're going to have interviews with leading educators in the industry, business leaders in the industry, and other types of haircut videos, all kinds of really cool stuff. So I'm going to try to pump out as many of those videos as I can. And the other thing, one of the biggest benefits is not only do you get the monthly webinar, but we have a contact form where you're going to be able to ask me questions directly, and myself or one of my team members will get back to you with an answer to your question. So you're going to get direct access to actually ask a question and get it answered if you have to, instead of hoping it's one of the 100 questions that we get to on the webinar. So that's a really cool one. That's what most people are signing up for, and that's $19.95 per month. With any of these, you can cancel at any time. There's no commitment. You can sign up, you can cancel, you can sign up again a few months later. Whatever you want to do, it's totally up to you. And then we have our exclusive membership. Now, this is something that people have been asking for a lot, especially today when people aren't really traveling a lot. I used to have people travel from all over the country to my shop to take one-on-one classes, to take group classes. And this is, I don't want to say taking the place of that, because I'm still going to be doing some of that when we can, again, when this pandemic is over. But for now, this is going to be, you're going to get everything in the other 2 memberships. Plus, we're going to do a 45-minute phone call in the beginning of the month, or however we can schedule it out, or your month, not the beginning of the calendar month from when you signed up. And we're going to pick a haircut, or we could pick a topic on any of the business videos as they start coming out, and we're gonna go over that for the month. So basically, we'll talk for 45 minutes. Let's say you pick a long layer cut. So you're going to do it on a mannequin. You can do it on a live model. You're going to document it with pictures. You can take a video of it if you want and show me. And you can ask me questions throughout the month about it as you have it. And at the end of the month, when you when you complete the haircut, I'm going to email you a certificate that you can hang up in your shop. You're also, as you're an exclusive member, if you bring in my product line, I'm going to give you 10% off wholesale orders, not retail orders. So actually you'll be able to make even more money selling products. And again, those products, as I said, they are not sold on Amazon. So that's one of the ways I support you, not only with education. They're not on Amazon. They're only sold on my own Shopify site online, and they're never discounted. So you're not going to be competing with discounters on Amazon. So that one is $99.95 a month. So you could just, if there's one haircut you want to learn for $100, you could have me for the month and have a course. You could do 3 months, you could do 6 months, but again, at any time you could cancel that. And so that's like one-on-one training with a coach in your corner. So I'm really excited about that one, to get that one started. That one I just released, so that's something brand new. So get back here to where we were. So in closing, I would love to thank you all for being here, and I really appreciate all the subscriptions and everybody supporting me throughout the years. And I'm just so excited to really get to know you guys and girls, and teach you and help take your education to the next level. Even if it's one thing that you learn and it helps you, that's awesome. I love hearing the success stories. I'm very passionate about what I do. As I said, I've been an educator for 25 years. I love the setup of the new website. I really love the interaction that we're able to do now with technology and with these membership platforms I have. The product business I also love as well. I'm so passionate about that I was able to develop something that, over time, testing all these different products that I liked, what I didn't like, and be able to pull that all into one. And it's not just something that I like. I did it took me 2 years to put everything together, all the products, and we see between 500 to 1,000 customers. Actually, before the pandemic, we used to see 500 to 1,000 customers a week between the two shops, and we have 20 barbers, and I basically did a real-time case study. So I did not put my name on the products until I was 100% happy and I knew my customers really liked the products. So I really look forward to meeting you all. Please sign up. Please tell everybody about us, and enjoy the videos. Soak up all the education you can. Use that contact form. Send me messages. Please join. Please join the Facebook group, and let me know how I'm doing. Give me some feedback and some other things you would like to see, and really look to interacting with you and launching this the next generation of howtocuthair.tv. So with that, I hope you all have a great night, and thank you for attending the webinar, and I look forward to meeting you all soon.